Right, as earlier indicated, the ANC is holding an energy dialogue at the moment. It was earlier interrupted by lights out at the University of Johannesburg. Let's take you live there. ANC SG Fikile Mbalula was on the podium last week. Checked.
And then we react often to criticism, constructive, some destructive. So when we get to the Lekgotla on Sunday and Monday, we need to say this is what we're going to do. This is what we're doing. I came from a cabinet meeting that deal with the same issues, but is also action-oriented. So there's a lot of energy coming out and positive result that is coming up out of these engagements and so on. To resolve electricity in terms of load shedding now, but also into the future. So I want to thank the university that is hosting us, Professor Marwala. Thank you very much, and our sincere gratitude to you going to the World University, and a big round of applause to you. And thank you very much. I don't want to waste time. I want to pause there and give time for the ministers to present, not to be long. To tell us what is government, because we don't want ministers talking past each other like Casey and Jojo. We want them to tell us, where is government taking us to? Because this discourse about renewables versus coal, and that is why we brought the Secretary of State from Germany. I hope you listen to him very well. They are faced with a crisis. When you are in a crisis, you don't think short term, you are decisive. So they deal with renewables there. They themselves have not abandoned coal, who have not abandoned coal. So we want to hear from Gwede Mantashe. We want to hear from government, what are they saying? And then at the end, I'm gonna level them up from the ANC point. What are we saying? But I don't want to do that before I listen to people. Because my job in terms of the ANC is to straighten everybody to be online, and that is my job. I'm not interested to hear about the complaints. I see is under attack from a group of sections of our society. I can see that. But Mantashe doesn't run ESCOM. ESCOM is run by director and is under Pravin Gordhan. And Pravin Gordhan is running ESCOM, is accounting to him. Pravin Gordhan belongs to cabinet, and both of them are ANC ministers. So we don't want contradiction in public. Tell the public what we are doing to resolve the problem we are in. We know where the problem, where we've veered away, we know. It's not only state capture, even before that. We know where we come from. What are we doing right now? And then we'll have a response and all of that from you, and even, commentators and so on. We want to package the way forward from this engagement to say this is how we move forward. But we'll tell you, as the ANC also, what is our mandate from the 55th conference, and what are we supposed to do to get rid of load shedding, but also how do we oversee the implementation of energy mix going forward. So I don't want to waste time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nopala. And we will now go into getting some views from government ministers. I also want to note that we do have among us members of the newly elected National Executive Committee. Many of you would have seen them. We do also have among us members of cabinet, in addition, of course, to the two who are going to be addressing us now. And without much further delay, allow me at this stage to hand over on the virtual platform to the Minister of Minerals and Energy, and that is Honorable Gwede Mantashe. And let me hand over to you, Slalo, if you are already available on the virtual platform. maybe just as we get Honorable Gwede Mandashe to connect with us, I think the technical crew have also told me that we do have a Wi-Fi password. I think many of you would have been lamenting that we are in a bit of a dungeon insofar as not having connectivity. And I hope, Professor Magwala, I'm looking at you here, that you know, if you want a visitor to come back, you must make sure that you dish up the kind of memorable meals that make sure that they come back. So I do know, I've been told, I have it on good authority, that we will get the Wi-Fi password, so please be patient with us. But is the chairperson ready on the virtual platform? Yes, no? Okanye ubethwe load shedding now. Comrade Lang, we're trying to reconnect. Okay, all right. No, that's fine. So we will be hearing shortly from the Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy. He will be closely followed by the Minister of Public Enterprises. So I'm not going to come back here again after Minister Gwede Mandashe.
All right, we'll come back to that energy dialogue, which is set to begin shortly at the University of Johannesburg.